What's going on, YouTube? My name is FG3000, back in the place to be, and welcome back to King's Raid. We have three brand new heroes that have just arrived in the game. We have Aisha, we have Lias, Leia, whatever, and we have Arch, which I can pronounce that one. So I'm gonna go through and we're gonna go ahead and review all three of these new heroes. But before I get started, I want to just say one negative thing before I get into all of this, is that first of all, I think Vespa's doing a fantastic job in managing this game. The updates, the bug fixes, the giving out free things for free-to-play players, the compensation for downtime, everything about this game, Vespa is doing a fantastic job so far. So shout out to Vespa. I'm just constantly impressed on how well they've managed the game and how fast they react on Facebook. All the way around, good job. Now let's get to the one negative thing. I think the Transcend system is very short-sighted, and as a whole is actually pretty bad for the game. So let me explain before we go into the new heroes, and trust me, all of this stuff will kind of lead together. So as you know, we have the Transcend system. Now you can bring your characters all the way up to level 70 Transcend levels right now currently. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort, it's a lot of materials, it's a lot to get Transcend levels. And the more I think about Transcend levels, the more I think there needs to be a different material to do Transcend levels than it is to do regular star levels. So what do I mean? So I think there needs to be a different set of materials that rank your hero from 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star to 5 star. And then Transcend, I think these need to be a totally separate material altogether. They should not be tied to the base materials that you need to star up a hero. And this is the reason why. The longer we play the game and the more we invest in our core group of characters, the more Transcend levels we go up, the less likely we're gonna give any time of day to the new characters. Because think about that. Let's say that you are level 67 right now, right? You got all these Transcend levels under your belt, and there's a new character that comes out. Think about how long it's going to take you before you even get to play that new hero that you just bought. The ramp time of getting that hero to any level that she's worth or he's worth anything is just daunting. And the longer the game goes, the less likely I think people are going to want to recruit new heroes to their team, because the time investment is just gonna be massive. And who wants to buy a new hero, all excited, buy a new hero, and be like, yeah, I can't wait to play you next month, if I'm lucky. Yeah, that's terrible, that's not good. And I think if they have different materials for starring up your hero versus Transcend, at least you can do both at the same time. You can focus on your main team and you can level up a side team as well, or you can level up heroes that you're not sure about. Like for example, let's say for example, I wanted to level up Roy. Just for fun, just for giggles, just to have a good time, you know what I mean? Just to see how he works. If I do that, that is the detriment to my main team. Anything I invest in Roy just for giggles is going to impact my main team, because these materials are needed for these guys. So I think that's something that they really need to take in consideration, is untying Transcend materials and basic materials from these systems. They need to be totally separate. You need to be able to level up other heroes without screwing over your main team. And like I said, this is gonna be better for Vespa, because the longer we play this game, the more invested we get, the less likely I'm gonna buy super awesome characters like Aisha here, who looks fantastic, because I'm just gonna be like, man, what a time. Think about the effort to get her up to Transcend 70 one day. Think about that. Like, you won't be able to enjoy this character for such a long time, and it doesn't make sense. So they need to separate those materials, or maybe have some type of starter pack when you buy a hero to kind of help you enjoy the hero that you just paid money for faster. That's a bad system, I think. Forcing people to not be able to enjoy the investment in your game instantly. Like, if I give you cash, I would like to have like an instant satisfaction. And right now that's not the case. If you buy a hero, yeah, good luck. But anyway, that's all I wanted to kind of talk about there. And like I said, I know it was kind of long-winded, but it made sense to this, because I think every time new heroes kind of are going to come out, the problem is going to get worse and worse and worse. So they need to take a look at this. So let's talk about the Violet Princess, Aisha. I'm going to go with Aisha. A noble lady hailing from this main city town, a genius who attained the title of Violet from the Tower of the Sage. Using her fancy umbrella, she fires powerful energy cannons towards the enemy. So we're going to take a look at the passive first. Mystic Boost. Upon critical hit, deal additional magic defense to the enemy. Wait, what? Upon critical hit, deal additional magic defense to the enemy. I guess that's damage. All right. I'm not going to hate on you guys on the translations. All right, so let's take. So first off, she's awesome. I can't do Fire Dragon right now. Look at that cool basic attack. I am digging. Mystic Barrage. Deal magic damage to enemies within a small area. Upon critical hits, reduce cooldown by 1 second. So it looks like she's going to be a character that is gonna do very, very well with critical hit chance. So that's that ability there. Destruction Ray. Deal magic damage to enemies in a straight line for 0.5 seconds. After 5 seconds, use 3% mana every 0.5 seconds. Well, what?
I command you, disappear.
Okay. All right. So there's a 0.5 second like cast time, and then after 5 seconds, she starts draining her mana while they. Okay, I get it. All right. Torrential Rainfall. Deal magic damage to random enemies for 3 seconds and reduce enemy magic defense by 5%. Those reduction stacks up to 5 times. Oh, saw a little too much there. A little TMI there, lady. Keep your skirt down. So that is Torrential Rainfall. So that's going to be very, very good. I mean, think about how scary Jane teams with Aisha and another mage are going to be. That's going to be pretty scary.
I command you, disappear.
Very nice. Can you cancel it? You can cancel it. Okay. Cool animations, cool character design, all the way around. Scary for magic-focused teams. If you have a Jane, I think this might be the next logical choice for your mage. So, very, very awesome. There she is. Moving on to the next hero, Lias. Lias. All right, we're gonna go with Lias, the Holy Priestess of Water, Lias, a priestess that guards the oasis of the desert. That is chapter 6. A water damage that has. Oh my God, can I speak? A water dragon that has lived for eons. Her water holds powerful healing properties. All right, Blessing of the Water Dragon. Increase magic defense of all allies and gain resistance to magical critical hits. Look at this. She's a direct counter to the magic meta that we have right now. So this is a passive as well. So as soon as she's out on the field, she's increasing your magic defense as well as your resistance to magical critical hits. So she is a direct answer to this magic meta that we have going on. So, okay, very, very interesting. Cool character model as well. So she's like a half dragon, half female. No shoes. Now, first of all, I don't have a foot fetish. Let me just say that very clearly. I don't have a foot fetish, but I like my fantasy characters to not wear shoes. There is this is so sidetracked, but whatever. There is an MMO called Rift. It's the only one that I know of for sure that you can hide your feet. There's a lot of games where you can hide your helmet, you can even hide your shoulders, but in Rift, you can hide your feet slot, so you don't have to wear boots. So when I played Rift, I never wore boots. All right, back to the game. Healing Droplets. Heal all allies to a maximum HP depending on their lost amount of health. Okay, so the lower they are, the better it is. Okay. Bubble Shield. Shields an ally with the lowest HP for 10 seconds to block damage. Grant status immunity as well. And while the shield is in effect, recover HP. Oh, wow. So she is that's a good healer here. So she can basically AoE your entire team And then if there's like a squishy character that's still taking a bunch of damage, she can shield that one in specific and bring them back up and top them back off over time. Wow. My favorite healer in the game right now? Just might be. Digging that. All right. Festival of the Flow. Deal magic damage to all nearby enemies and knock them down. For all allies, not including self. Recover 2 orbs of mana. Refi? What? For all allies, not including self, recover 2 orbs of mana. Afterwards, for 12 seconds, random enemies will be hit by a whirlpool and take magic damage as well as knocked down for 2 seconds. What? So they get knocked down right off the bat, and then after 12 seconds, what happens? Oh, look at this little... Let me see what happens. I don't know. Is that it? So there's another whirlpool out there at some point that does damage again and knocks you down for 2 seconds. Wow, interesting. Well, I am digging this healer, and like I said, I have to think about how much time I want to freaking invest in starting a new character from 3-star. Oh my god, just the thought of it kind of drives me kind of crazy because I want to collect heroes in a hero collector. That's what I want to do. But man, this Transcend system just makes it a little wonky, but whatever. Here is Arch. Take a look at him. Little angel dude. Arrow of Purity, Arch. Class Archer. A high-ranking angel that descended upon this world to punish the chaos-inciting demons. Soaring through the sky, his arrow rains judgment upon evildoers. The Last Judgment. Every 15 seconds, deal magic damage that ignores magic defense. Wait a minute! How are you going to counter the character that Okay, whatever. During battle, upon receiving fatal damage, deal magic damage that ignores magic defense again with a Judgment Sigil. And all allies gain a shield that blocks up to... Okay. So every 15 seconds, he's just going to do a spark of damage that ignores magic defense, which completely negates Lias, the water dragon healer chick. But then he has a secondary passive that only triggers when he dies. I hate passives like that in almost every game. Not saying it's terrible. I just don't like passives that are only active when you die. But at least they gave him a double passive. So, you know, every 15 seconds he does a little damage. So that's that. So there he is. Little angel dude. Doesn't use a string for his bow because angel. Celestial Arrow. Deal magic damage to up to 3 enemies and knock them back. Enemies hit will be inscribed with a Judgment Sigil for 15 seconds. Okay, so you can AoE apply that there, right? Because you can hit up to 3 enemies and knock them back. Hit them all with the Sigil. Next is Purifying Blaze. Deal magic damage to all enemies in a straight line. Enemies with the Judgment Sigil will receive an additional magic damage that ignores magic defense. Holy crap. So you just want to kind of set that up. And then just... And you got 15 seconds because this sigil lasts 15 seconds. So you got a good amount of time to build up the mana in order to do this. So that's very, very nice. I'm okay with this type of setup. Nalia has a setup where she has to knock people down and then she jumps on top of them and does 50% more damage. And I think it got buffed as well. But they only stay down for a couple of seconds. So it's really kind of hard to set herself up. Here, 15 seconds is a good amount of time to build up magic, or mana, I mean, in order to kind of set yourself up. You don't need any help on this one. So, pretty cool. Arbiter. Deal magic damage to enemies in range, and enemies with a Judgment Sigil will receive 50% more... Look at that. 50% more damage. And... Wait. Enemies with the Judgment Sigil will receive 50% more magic damage from attacks and be silenced for 5 seconds. All allies gain immunity to magic damage for 5 seconds. Okay. Wow. I mean, you can just set this up too. You can just put a Judgment Sigil on them. Hit him with the ult. Very, very nice. So there's Arch right there. Wow. All right. So those are the brand new heroes. Those are my concerns about the overall Transcendent system and the long time effect. Like right now, it's not that big of a deal because we just got our Transcend system. Not a lot of people are there yet. Not a lot of people have. Let me see something real quick. Let's go to the arena. This will let us know everything we need to know here. Everything we need to know. Sorry about that, folks. Arena, move. Look at that, 4-star Lias already. Somebody's getting it. So maybe I'm completely wrong. I may be completely wrong here. Let's keep on going. Challenger is the highest one, right? So yeah, this guy, level 67, Transcendent 2. I don't think this guy is starting over anytime soon. I just don't. I don't think he's starting over with a new hero anytime soon. But I could be wrong because he does have Luna and Leo. But they came out pretty early in the game. So I don't know. We'll see if I'm wrong. I just think the investment needed to do all of this transcending is just insane to think about when it's time to, when new heroes come out. And not to mention these additional slots as well. So, I don't know. I just hope that we don't see a situation where we kind of get stuck in the same meta of heroes, because starting a new hero is just such a drain of resources, and that's not good. It's supposed to be a drain of resources, I get it, but I wish half of it, like I said, from 3-star to 5-star, would just be able to kind of run at the same time that you're leveling up your main team. And that's kind of what I think, but we'll see what happens. Look at that, level 64 unique weapons. You don't want to mess around with these guys. Let me just tell you. You don't want to mess around with these guys. They'll beat you up. Because look at this guy. This guy is like one of the biggest, #1 PvP hero on the server. He doesn't have time to level up these other heroes. Even if he kind of likes them and just kind of wants to level them up for just giggles, he don't have time for that. You don't have to. Maybe I'm wrong, guys. I could be freaking wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll completely admit that I'm wrong. All right. Well, if this guy levels her up and gets her online, maybe I'm wrong about the overall consensus of the player base and not wanting to invest that amount of time before they get to have fun with the hero. I think this is a whale. And not to say that in a negative way. This guy's the #1 person on the server. He's probably spent a ton of money in this game. I appreciate it. This game is great. Thank you very much for supporting it. I don't think that this is going to be the general thought process when it comes to new heroes, but we'll see. All right, guys, I'm FG3000. That was a look at King's Raid's brand new heroes, and I'll see you next video. Later.